G'day folks, welcome to Selling Art Online. Rod Moore's my name, I'm an artist and I've put together this YouTube channel and the website Selling Art Online to really document my journey, I guess, in how I'm going about creating an income online, selling my artwork. So I'm a practicing artist. I've been painting for, 10 years ago I painted my first painting, but realistically I've been painting for probably about 5 or 6 years. And I paint Australian landscapes, so probably not the most popular sort of genre to be painting and trying to sell. And I'm a good artist. I'm not one of the best Australian landscape painters in the country, but I'm a good artist. I looked at the option of going down, getting into galleries and selling my art through galleries and retail outlets and things like that. But really, there's probably not a market there from what I can find out. There are some very good Australian landscape artists who do sell their work through galleries. So that leaves me with, I guess the only real option for me to sell my artwork is to become a self-representing artist. And to me, if I'm going to do that, it only makes sense that the internet is, the best place to be. Obviously, with social media and YouTube and websites and things like that as the avenue to connect with my potential buyers. And so I put together this YouTube channel and the website sellingart.online because I want to really document how I'm going about it. I'm currently earning an income from my art and I want to share with you how I'm doing that and what type of income channels there are available for art. So what I mean by that is, do you sell do you sell artwork from your own website? Do you try and sell it on Facebook or Instagram? Many artists have looked at eBay and there's some pretty strong views out there on whether eBay is good for artists or not. I've got my own views on that. Sites like Etsy and any number of online art galleries out there. So there's a ton of different avenues out there online on how to sell your art. And equally, there's also a ton of people out there who have positioned themselves as art coaches. I'm going to show you how you can be a more successful artist. And that's okay, and I'm sure a lot of them have got some valuable things to say. But what I was looking for and had trouble finding was an actual painting artist, somebody who paints every day and paints for the passion of it and is generating an income from it. There weren't too many resources that I've been able to find or people offering help in that area. And so I decided that's what I would do is, at the moment I'm making an income, and I'll talk to you more about what sort of income I'm making and how I'm making it in other videos. But at the moment I make an income from my artwork. Not enough for me to leave my day job, which is my ultimate goal. I want to make art full time, right? So I find myself in a position right now where I'm sort of very close to that goal, but not close enough to have that certainty to quit my job and become a full-time artist. But I'm getting close. And so what I thought I'd do as I get closer is document how I do that and really share with you my experiences, like real world experience, not some theory that some art marketing coaches come up with, right, or heard of. Not that I'm knocking those guys, but I know in my heart that the person I'm going to learn the most from is another artist who's a bit further down the track than what I am, who's doing exactly what I want to do. Not talking to people about how to do it, but actually doing it, right? And that's what I want to be for you guys through this channel and through the website. And and a little bit more about my background, right? So I'm not just an artist. I've run my own business. I've been involved in working with small business owners, helping them with their sales and marketing. So I have a sales and marketing background. To me, sales and marketing is not a dirty word. I know it is for a lot of artists, but for me, it's a natural, everyday thing. The disconnect I have right now is how do I apply everything I know about sales and marketing with my artwork and bring those two together so that I can create an income stream that's consistent, reliable, and I'm getting paid for what I'm worth as an artist so that I can make that my full-time endeavor. That's my passion. My goal is to become a full-time artist, but not just a full-time artist who scrapes by. I don't buy into the starving artist myth. I don't see any point in eking out a living, I want to do well, and hopefully you watching this video do as well. So if you're an artist, or you're getting interested in becoming an artist, and it's one of your goals is, how do I start to sell my art, specifically online? How do I make an income from it, and how do I eventually work out a plan, a step-by-step plan to break free from the day job? If that's what you are and that's what interests you, then hey, subscribe to my channel. Go to sellingart.online, my website, enter your email address in, and I'll share with you what I'm doing and how I'm doing it and what the results are. I could save you time, experimenting with different online marketing techniques. Everything I knew from my old business and what I'm doing with my art, bringing the two together, raising that to a higher level and generating more and more sales as a result. Now, if you're an artist who believes that we shouldn't even consider money as part of art, then this is not the channel for you. I'm not the person for you, because I believe that I make great art, or good art, that's valued by people out there, and that should be a fair exchange of money for that. I should get paid what I'm worth as an artist. I know that not every artist buys into that. There's a lot of artists out there who have bought into the idea that they're just going to create whatever art they want without regard to the marketplace and without regard to all of the normal economic factors that enter a business, right? Because this is an art business. It's not a career being an artist. It's a business that you have to run. So if that's where you're at and you're waiting to be discovered by somebody who's going to make you famous and make you rich as an artist, then this is definitely not for you. So you may as well click this off now. What I'm about is real. This is no bullshit for you, right? I want to give you the real information you need to become a successful income earning artist. And that could change your life. If you're struggling right now financially and you want to make art, but you don't know how to create an income from it, well, I'm already a bit further down the track. I am making some money from it. Not a huge amount, but enough to show me that I'm on the right track, and that with just a little bit of tweaking, fine tuning, and a bit more traveling down the road a bit further, I know that I'll be free very shortly, and I want to bring you with me. I want to elevate as many artists as I can to a higher level. And I believe I have the background skills to do that. My business experience, plus the fact that I'm a reasonably good artist. I'm not the best, but I'm reasonably good. And I don't believe you have to be the best. I think you should always strive to be the best you can be personally. But hey, there are landscape artists in Australia, which is what I paint, right? Landscapes and seascapes. As I said, not the most commercially viable subject, but it's what I love, and so my passion is there for that subject. But there's plenty of artists in Australia I'll never reach the heights that they've reached, because I didn't come to art until in my 40s, and these guys have been painting since they were kids, some of the very best Australian landscape artists. So I don't aspire to be, one of the top 10 Australian landscape artists. I don't think that's an achievable goal realistically for me in the foreseeable future. Maybe over the next 20 or 30 years, that's a possibility, but there are some brilliant artists out there. But my point is, you don't have to be the best in your category. What you need to do is develop your art to a point where it's good enough, right? It has some commercial value to somebody in the marketplace. And then it all comes down to, how do you market and sell yourself and attract a following of people who become your fans and who want to support you and who want to engage with your art. That's the real key. So yes, it's important to get better and better at your art, your craft, and produce a better product. Right? I'm going to use words like that: business, product, selling. If those words scare you and really turn you off, then again, this is not the channel for you, because I'm about being real. We live in a world today where art is a business. It's not a career. No one's going to pay you a wage or a salary to produce the paintings that you want to produce, right? Not that I know of anyway. I know that in China there are sweatshops where artists sit in crowded rooms, and for $2 a day they're churning out, copies of Monet's work and so on. How do I know? Because I've been there and toured them, right? That's not what I'm about. I'm about expressing your own personal creativity, capturing the beauty of the world around you or the ideas you have in your head, and then sharing that with the world and having a value exchange of money flowing back to you, because why shouldn't you get paid for your skill and ability as an artist? And that's what I'm all about. So that resonates with you, if you want to come on that journey, even if you're making no money at all right now, but you want to find out how to get from $0 to $500 a month, right? And then from 500 to 1,000, from 1,000 to 5,000. If you want to come on that journey, then you should definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, and more importantly, go to sellingart.online. I'll put the link underneath the video here, and pop your email address in so I can keep in touch with you and share with you everything that I'm doing. So I hope you come on the journey. I know it's going to be an exciting time. I've got lots I want to share with you, and I look forward to connecting with you and getting to know you as well. Cheers for now.